Divine feminines. Okay, I have a channeled message. All right. I was running some errands and this message just kind of like downloaded into my spirit for you all. If you're new, you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to like and subscribe. Share to your girlfriends, anybody you know that needs this message as well, okay? So as we know, a lot of times divine feminines do awaken a lot quicker. They do kind of come into fuller alignment a lot of times faster than the masculines, unfortunately. Sometimes they really don't like to follow the rules or to do what's like traditional. So I definitely feel like at this time for a lot of you twins that are in separation, don't freak out, okay? Don't stress it, don't freak out, because you know it's not your fault. All right, if you feel like your masculine is never gonna wake up, you know, I think we've all been there where we're like, is this person ever gonna wake up? Is this person ever gonna, you know, tell me how they feel? Is this person ever gonna call me back? Is this person ever gonna text me back? And what source was showing me for the feminines and the masculines is that the feminines are ready, you know, to confront and have those tough conversations. A lot of you out here are ready to have these tough conversations. You know, you're ready to move forward. But unfortunately, the masculine is running. Okay, a lot of masculines can be chasers as well. You know, stereotypically, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to put on it. But a lot of times, masculines can also be runners. Okay, and they'll be the ones who know the connection is strong. They know they want you. They know that you're the one, but they'll still run away from you. Okay, they will still run, and even worse, sometimes they'll run into the arms of another person romantically. Okay, that's the reality. So if you are seeing in real time that your masculine is not wanting to be upfront with you, is using every excuse possible, this is just a download, every excuse possible, don't take it personally, okay? I know that's like really hard to hear, and you know, what I think the masculines that don't understand is that it can come across as rejection, right? It could come across as somebody trying to escape something. You know, the divine feminine does not have handcuffs and does not want to put the masculine in shackles. And I don't understand why a lot of times the masculine energy can feel like they are being kind of tied down and held down. But it's a choice. I think that when the runner in the situation, when the masculine situation who runs does this, I think what's so clear to see is that it's a choice. You know, we have to understand, feminines, that it's a choice they're making. And so if they run right into the arms of somebody else, or they run right into trouble, that's going to be on them. Okay, it's not going to be on you. So do not take it personal. If you've reached out and you've not got a response, you've not heard from this person, you feel like this person is trying to ignore you, you know, not wanting to hear anything you have to say, go to God about it, you know, go into meditation, go into prayer, and really take some time for yourself to, you know, kind of like weigh out the pros and cons, so to speak. You know, like if you did reach out, oh my God, the taxi 444222 just passed my eye. And before I parked here, I'm going to run in the store. There was 777. So 777-444-222 could be really, really special and a message. So I would definitely recommend for anyone that can resonate with those numbers to look those numbers up, because that was like, it came right past me. So definitely look into 444-222. Okay, I know on the surface 222 can talk about partnerships, union, collaboration. And so once again, I feel like the feminine is ready. I think a lot of feminines have been ready for a very long time. And a recent video that I did was talking about how the feminine energy and this connection was getting like these downloads, and is asking his or herself, like, when should I react? When should I respond? When should I take action? And I think for a lot of you, you already have, okay? Depending upon when you watch this video, I'm making this video towards like the end of the year, you know, near the holidays. So, you know, for sure, you know, autumn, fall, winter time, like that kind of season. But if you're watching in spring, it also can apply, because I know in America, July, like 4th of July, in Western, you know, countries, it's more so like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that, Kwanzaa and, you know, Hanukkah and all that good stuff. So whatever holiday, whatever season, this message still resonates, okay? But what I think is so hard for the feminine, if I could speak for feminines, is that we take it as a sign that they're never going to come around. You know, it's very, very easy for us to feel like they're never going to come around. They're never going to shape up. They're never going to want to settle down or commit. And I hate that word settle down. You know, I hate the word settle down, because it just sounds like you're trying to trap someone. You're trying to make them, you know, stand still. And that's not what it is. You know, settle down does not mean that at all. What it means is, you know, you are in a set up situation, you know, where you know who you're coming home to, you know what meals are being cooked, you know what they're bringing to the relationship, you know, you're locked in with one person. And, you know, I think the harsh reality is a lot of masculines are commitment phobic. You know, not all of them, but I think it's important to note that there's different addictions and hangups and bad habits that a lot of divine masculines have, and divine feminines also have these things, but they don't dwell in it, right? Divine feminines can also have these same hangups or these same hiccups, you know, when it comes to relationships, but they don't let it dictate them. I don't think that the awakened divine feminine, for the most part, lets it stop them from trying, lets them stops them from progressing in the connection. Whereas whether the masculine's awake or not, a lot of times they're scared. Okay, they're scared. You know, a lot of you could have actually had your masculine say to you, you know, I'm scared. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm so drawn to you. I don't know, you know, why I can't stop thinking about you. You know, and that's a sad reality, is a lot of these masculines will wallow and will sit in their strong emotions for you, you know, their divine feminine, and will not act on it, will not, you know, pounce at the opportunity to get in contact with you, to move in with you, to marry you, to be with you. And it's questionable. But the only way that I could see this from as like a mirror exercise is that they don't know what they're getting themselves into, you know, and respectfully, neither does the divine feminine. You know, the divine feminine does not know the end all be end all of what's going to happen either. So if you're a masculine watching, please understand that your divine counterpart does not know either. Okay. You know, I kind of want to put this in here to kind of broaden the perspective here of what I'm saying. You know, even if you get married in the 3D physically, there's divorce, you know, divorce, breaking up, it still exists. You know, how many twins, how many people in these deep connections has it ever crossed your mind? You know, the ones who really have been through ish, I'm sure that you realize that. You know, you will realize that even if you get married, even in the 3D, in the physical, the manufactured earthly laws and psyops and escapes and all types of crazy ish and different ways to cheat and different ways to you know, neglect your partner still exist. You know, even if there's a deep connection, those 3D basic ways of hurting someone, whether it's through, you know, the law, divorce, separation, moving out, these things still exist. There is no guarantee. Okay, there is no guarantee. So this is why I can speak from experience, I can speak from research, I can speak from so many different angles and say that this is why, regardless if you're religious or not, you should be connected to God, the divine, the source, your intuition, your higher self. It's all a package deal here. You know, your intuition, the Holy Spirit, God, whatever you believe in, your ancestors, you know, it all kind of intertwines, because when you're caught at a crossroads and you're not even sure what to do with the connection, who do you reach out to? Besides professional, besides psychics and intuitives and coaches and all, on a spiritual level, what are you tied to? What are you connected to in that way? So whether you say it's your spirit guides or angels or God, it's very important, especially if you're dealing with a connection that you cannot get rid of. You know, no matter how many cord cutting exercises you do, you can't get rid of this connection. No matter how many times you block the person, you can't get rid of them. So at that point, you kind of have to like surrender, right? You have to surrender, and you have to kind of come to the conclusion that only God can help me out of this. Only God can show me what the way is. You know, there's like, even today, I was having my dinner, and I was chilling. You know, we're in retrograde season. This is like the second day of Mercury retrograde when I'm making this video. So the energy is like really, really heavy. And I was just like trying to cope, and I'm still trying to cope right now and get things done. And something just came into my mind, like, look up this video, look up this channel, whatever, and like watch this video, pick this pop, blah, 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 like do this, do that. And I'm like, what? Like, I bet this doesn't even exist, right? I went into YouTube, then I went into Google, and everything was there. So a lot of times after meditation or before meditation, you will get downloads that will tell you what you should do, what you need to hear. And that's why it's so important to fine tune your intuitive skill and listen to your intuition. Okay. If you don't really feel like you listen to your intuition, you go based upon logic most of the time. Nothing is wrong with that, but you also need to incorporate your intuition, because your intuition will tell you things and reveal things to you that your logic cannot untap, cannot get into. Like, your logic can only do so much. You see what I'm saying? So definitely just keep in mind that, you know, don't take it as an insult. Don't take it as something where you're not good enough. You know, you're not pretty enough. You're not handsome enough. If you're a guy, you know, divine feminine, you don't have enough this, you don't have enough that, you know, that's just going to cause a lot of, anxiety and anger. And so that's a trap, right? When we look at the situation, you know, the person's not contacting, the person's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know, don't look at it from that perspective. Go higher, tap into your higher self and say, what should I be doing? Instead of focusing on what the person's not doing right, what can they do right? What do I want this person to manifest with me and do right? You know, if this was an ideal situation, how would this person behave? And let it go. You know, at that point, let it go. And when it gets into you dating other people or you being with other people, you know, like I said, you're going to have to use your intuition. Like, you're going to have to really tap in here, because at that point, you know, you're at a crossroads. It's just that simple. You're at a crossroads, you know, you've reached your breaking point, and maybe at that time you do need to let go. You do need to figure out what's best for you. But as long as you've done all you can, you know, I think I could say this for all kind of connections. As long as you've done what you can and you've done your very best, you know, you put your pride aside and you've tried to do everything you can to connect with that person and to get that person to wake the hell up, you know, to the fact that you want to try and give it a chance, and that person does not come through, you need to pat yourself on the back. You know, say to yourself, good job. You know, you put your pride aside, you suppress your ego and get on with it. You see what I'm saying? Just simply get on with it. And, you know, don't let what's happening in real time get to you, because if you let it get to you, you're going to question your worth. You're going to question, well, what did I do wrong? Why is this person, you know, found somebody better? You know, why can't I get this person to react how I want them to react? And then it becomes a kind of like a self, you know, accusation. It becomes a thing where, you know, you're almost mad at yourself. And how is that fair? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've given it all you can give it. How is that fair? So I always say, you know, until the tank is on E, in the more extreme case, until you've given it your all, you know, you've called the person, you've written a letter, you've done certain, you know, candle exercises to release negative energy and to harbor, you know, get these things out of your energy. Until you've done all those things, you should never blame yourself. You should never ever turn around and say, oh, I need to do more. You know, I need to do more, because you've done enough. You see what I'm saying? I feel like Spirit is saying to Divine Feminine, you've done more than enough. You know, you just existing and breathing and being there for this person is more than enough. You know, how many people would put up with your person's bullshit? You know, let's get real here. How many Divine Feminines are going to want to put up with their masculines BS? The 3D people out here, not many, okay? Not many. So once you realize that like you're giving this person a gift of love, you're giving this person a gift to be with you, and you're giving this person an opportunity to be a part of your world, and this person is taking that for granted, you're not going to feel like it's your fault. You're gonna realize your worth. What's going to happen is you're going to realize your worth, you're going to accept your worth, and what you're going to do is move accordingly, which means taking better care of yourself, sleeping earlier, meditating, journaling, okay, maybe even writing down things that you're upset about and then letting it go, burning it, you know, burning a candle, saying a prayer, like get it out of your system. Don't let it harbor, because when you have it harboring, if you do want to find somebody else, can you imagine the energy that you're putting out in the world? You're putting out this energy of, I'm not good enough and I got rejected and blah, 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 blah. And that's just going to cause a spiral. So whenever I feel like that, I remember who the hell I am. That's for one. That's for damn sure. I stop and say to myself, who am I again? You know what I'm saying? Like look in the mirror, look at all the things you've achieved, look at how many bills you pay, look at how amazing you are, you know, and say to yourself, I need to remember who I am. You know, I need to take back my power and not give my power to my soulmate, my twin flame, or anybody else out here. You know, take control of your energy. And that's where you got to start. Okay, so I love you all. Mwah. I got to go in the store. It's going to close soon because it's late. But I definitely felt this message from Source was for somebody out here. And I hope that you got the message, okay? So stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Subscribe, like, and share. Check out the links in the box below. Bye. Mwah. Okay, see you loves. Bye.